Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, when we are studying English poetry, we come across the terms like blank verse and free verse. So friends, in this video, today we are going to discuss the definition of blank verse and of free verse, and at the same time we will also discuss the difference between these two, blank verse and free verse. First of all, let me tell you that the term verse means writing poetry in proper pattern, proper rhythmic or metrical pattern, that is called verse. Now in English language, some poems you find blank verse and in some poems you find free verse. So, what is the difference between these two types of verses that we want to discuss today? Let's begin by blank verse. Actually, both this blank verse and free verse, they are most commonly found in English poetry, and they are the favorite mediums of expressions for the poets. Blank verse is written in regular metrical but unrhymed lines. The lines are written with proper meter, proper rhythm, but all the lines they do not rhyme with one another. So no rhyming, but the presence of meter makes it blank verse. Okay, but on the other hand, the free verse has no rhyme, no meter, and no rhythm. Okay, so the main difference between blank verse and free verse is that free verse has no metrical patterns, no rhymes, no musical pattern, but on the other hand, blank verse is written with some metrical pattern but no rhymes. Okay, now let's discuss blank verse in detail. Blank verse, friends, remember, is always written in iambic pentameter lines. What is iambic pentameter lines? Iambic pentameter, penta means 5. Okay? One iamb is a foot which takes 2 syllables, in which the first syllable is unstressed, the second one is stressed, and such 10 syllables make 5 iambs, and this line is known as iambic pentameter line. Okay, but all these lines in the poem, they do not have rhyming with one another. Okay, so meter is there but rhyme is missing. Such words, such pattern is known as blank verse, and because iambic pentameter lines are there, that's why it has rising rhythm. Why? Because the first syllable is stressed, first is unstressed, the second one is stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. This is how it goes. Now let's take one example and try to understand this rhythm or this pentameter lines. I have taken this example from a very popular play written by William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. As you can see the 4 lines here, if you count the syllables in each line, there are 10 syllables. The syllables with black color are unstressed, and the syllables with red color are stressed. Okay, so unstressed, stressed, this is 1 foot, iambus. Again, unstressed, stressed, this is 2nd foot. Again, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times. So 5 times the same rhythm is repeated. Iambus is used in one line 5 times. So that's why it is called iambic pentameter line. Okay, so this is called the example of blank verse. Most of the poets of English literature have used blank verse, but it is believed that Henry Howard, the Earl of Surrey, is said to have used this blank verse for the first time in English poetry when he wrote lyrics. In fact, Henry Howard, living during the 16th century, he adopted the Petrarchan style of writing sonnets, and he started writing sonnets in his own style, and it is believed that he introduced or he innovated the use of blank verse in English poetry. Afterwards, William Shakespeare, Edmund Spenser, Philip Sidney, John Milton, Christopher Marlowe, John Donne, John Keats, and hundreds of poets have used blank verse very freely in their poetry. In fact, blank verse is very popular among most of the English poets. And now let's have a look at what free verse is. Friends, free verse has no consistent meter. There is no rhyme or there is no proper pattern. The length of the line is also irregular. The last words of the lines do not rhyme with one another, okay, and there is no rhythm or there is no meter found in such poetry. Though there is no meter, it is said that it follows the natural rhythm of speech. Some poets, they believe that poet must use the language of the people, okay, and the language of the common man like me and you, we do not speak in metrical pattern. That's why such poets use free verse in their poetry. Free verse gives a greater freedom to the poets to choose words without bothering about rhyme or rhythm, because when you want to maintain rhyme or rhythm or meter in your poetry, you have to be very cautious, you have to be very choosy while using the words. But here, because in free verse there is no rhyme, there is no rhythm, there is no pattern, that's why the poets are very free to use words in their own manner. It is commonly used in modern times. Free verse is mostly used by the modern poets. The most important exponents of free verse are Emily Dickinson, Walt Whitman, Ezra Pound, John Asbury, and so many others. Okay, let's take an example of free verse. I have taken this example from Walt Whitman's poem Leaves of Grass. Here, as you can see, the first line is short, the second line is longer, third line again is even longer. Okay, so short, long, and longer. So there is no pattern as far as the size of the length of the line is concerned. Moreover, the words do not rhyme here. Things is the last word of the first line, it last word of the second line, and surgeon last word of the third line. They do not rhyme with one another. So there is no rhyming, there is no pattern as far as length of line is concerned, and there is no use of meter also. Okay, so that's why you can say that this is an example of free verse. So friends, now let's conclude by saying that blank verse is written in regular metrical but unrhymed lines. There is no rhyme in blank verse. Free verse does not use meter, rhyme, or any pattern. On the one hand, blank verse is written in regular metrical pattern, iambic pentameter, but in free verse, there is no meter. Okay, and the poet does not follow the iambic pentameter lines. The blank verse began during the 16th century in the hands of Henry Howard, the Earl of Surrey, and Shakespeare, Marlowe, and others. They used it. And free verse is mostly used in the modern times by the poets like Walt Whitman and others. So, friends, here I end this lecture. I hope you learned this lecture. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Thank you very much.